Hello and welcome back to the course on artificial intelligence. In today's section, we're tackling the topic of deep Q learning. So let's see how we're going to attack this. In this section, we will learn a deep Q learning intuition, the learning side of things. So we're going to separate deep Q learning, the intuition behind it, into two parts, the learning and the acting. And we're going to have two tutorials on that. So first we'll understand how the neural networks actually learn and how they update their weights based on what we are feeding them in and how the whole concept of Q learning works. So how we're going to take the temporal difference concepts that we discuss in simple Q learning, we're going to apply them into deep Q learning. And then we're going to talk about how deep Q learning algorithms actually decide what action to take in what states. Then we're going to talk about experience replay, a very important addition on top of deep Q learning, which actually enables deep Q learning to work properly, and you'll see why it's important from that tutorial. And then we're going to talk about action selection policies. We're going to talk about how deep Q learning agents are able to combine exploration with exploitation. So once they found something, a good approach, they can use that approach, but also they need to explore so that they don't get stuck in a local maximum. And one more thing I wanted to mention about this section is it is highly beneficial if you have a look at Annex number 1, artificial neural networks. So if you go and explore all those topics, we've got some very powerful intuition tutorials prepared for you there. If you haven't done the deep learning course, if you've done the deep learning course, then you already know all of these things and you can proceed with the section. But if you want to get that additional knowledge about neural networks before you proceed with this part of the course, this is highly advisable because it will help you understand exactly how neural networks work and why they're so powerful, why we're leveraging them in this deep Q learning algorithm. And once you've refreshed your knowledge or gained that knowledge on neural networks from that annex, then come back here and we will proceed with the deep Q learning. If you're pretty comfortable with neural networks, then let's get straight into it. Let's start talking about deep Q learning intuition. And I look forward to seeing you on the first tutorial. Until then, enjoy AI.